And I believe we should be live now. How is everyone doing this evening?
It's actually not evening where I am, so I guess I'm not doing it all.
It's 5:50 where you're at, yeah?
Well, I mean, the sun is up. It's also very fucking hot. But other than that, like it.
I mean, evening for me begins after 5 o'clock.
Guys, it's hot in beautiful California. No!
It really is, yeah.
Guys, it's hot. No! If only we had more cloud.
True. What will I do without more cloud?
Be hot?
The world may never know. Alright, so, last we left off...
Wait. Quick question. Have I told Twitch to fuck themselves? Wait, I just did. Go ahead and fuck yourself, Twitch. Please continue, Coyote.
I'm sorry, I should have waited for the traditional greeting, but yes. Last we left off, the party was taking a rest in the fort after seemingly having cleared it out. Seems they didn't do as good a job of that as they thought, because we're now 3 NPCs short, but no matter.
No, we did a better job because even the NPCs died.
First off, fuck the NPCs. They do not
You did
count
say you
as-
wanted the NPCs to die.
Those are not non-player characters. Those are non-people characters. Those people meant nothing to anyone.
You know,
And
I tried
frankly-
to add some gravitas, I tried to add some seriousness. I don't know why I wasted my time. I did not want them to die in that particular way, let's put it that way.
Well, I didn't want them to die that way either. I would have preferred killing them myself. But if they just happened to die, then whatever.
In any case, after the untimely deaths of your most recent companions, Shalelu, Jakardros, and Vale, you did finally manage to, as far as you can tell, clear out the fort. You couldn't find anything else. And so you started heading back towards Turtleback Ferry to continue your investigations of the situation, if that's the right term. And along the way, you met someone who was actually heading towards the fort to try and get help because the town is currently flooding. At which point, Gustavus, I believe, decided to send Mango on up ahead to scout out what was going on in the town. You're still about 10-15 minutes away from town. Mango's able to fly a little bit faster than you're able to walk. So about the time that you're getting to within about 5 minutes of town, Mango, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Wait,
Mango?
I thought Mango was dead.
Mango's not dead. When did Mango die?
Oh, why is he in the RIP characters folder? I didn't know. I
That's
just
because
assumed.
that's the unevolved, unadvanced version of Mango.
Oh, okay.
Mango's now a fairy dragon, and that was a parrot.
Only in physical form.
And at heart, he is still a parrot, apparently. I don't know what that says, that he wants to be physically a fairy dragon, but mentally a parrot. Seems a little counterintuitive. But who am I to judge? Okay, Mango, this is what you see.
Okay. Damn it. Okay.
Mango will relay that back to you as best as he can. You don't exactly have telepathy, you have empathy, but...
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Alright guys, it's pure chaos in this city. And I have a feeling a our ride is being commandeered.
Oh no.
Well, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. Being put to good use, but still unfortunate. I don't think we can do much heading to the town. We may want to head straight to the source of the this flood,
Okay, where's that?
the dam.
Damn it.
Alrighty.
Can I want to have Mango follow the river of water to the source to kind of see what kind of damage we're talking about? Is there even hope of solving this, or we just evacuate everybody?
That's going to take a long while because the dam is a good ways up north from where the town is right now.
Oh, do I? Okay, so of my knowledge of the dam, like how far away is it? Like I figured it was a few miles, not like hundreds of miles.
Oh no, it's further away than the fort.
Gotcha.
Like you would go past the fort on your way to the dam.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it would take you right now it's taking you about an hour and a half to travel the road from where you were, and as you were coming along, you could tell the road was flooding, and there's a good chance it would potentially be impassable now. You can try and head that way, but it's going to be slow going. It's going to take you at least 3 to 4 hours to get to the dam under the current weather and distance that you're aware of.
And how big is this river of water? Is it just a massive flowing? Is it like how high is it? How quickly is it rising?
Let me see here. It's definitely rising relatively quickly. It's you're not able to see the river exactly from where you are right now, but it's the rain's been coming down for the past several days and just been getting heavier and heavier. And give me a perception check real quick, actually.
From Mango or Gus?
All of you.
Hell yeah! Pull out that character sheet. Haha, Gus, you suck.
Get my bad rolls out of the way this time.
It's probably best. I'll go ahead and roll a perception check for Dell. Okay.
Haha, he's still suffering from energy drain.
Yeah, he is, unfortunately.
Listen.
What an asshole.
Sounds like
Okay, so you would have crossed over the river a little bit of a ways back whenever you were coming from the fort, because there was a bridge. Normally, the couple times that you went across that, there was good clearance for the bridge. Standard amount of clearance, somewhere between at least 2 to 3 feet for this kind of bridge. When you were crossing over this time, there was probably less than 6 inches clearance between the bottom of the bridge and the water. And now you're somewhat inland from where the actual river itself is on the road where you're at. But whereas before the sound of the river was not particularly noticeable, Tiffy is definitely able to hear the water rushing and somewhat roaring.
So what are we talking about? 6 inches an hour, an inch an hour? Like what kind of time do we have?
In terms of what? What do you mean? In what kind of time do you have? Time till what?
Time until like the town is completely over flooded.
You're not. Give me a knowledge engineering check.
Ooh, that I can do.
I feel like Tolly has been waiting his entire life to use his real life skill set.
Given what Mango was able to communicate through your empathic link, and the amount of time that it's been since you left the town, and what the guy was saying, So it's been about 12 hours since you left the town. Mango was able to convey that about half the town is at least having some flooding. And based on what the guy said, you would guess that that's a relatively recent development. So you're thinking that within the past 3 hours is when half the town has been started to flood. So you'd guess you maybe have another 5-6 hours max before the town is just wiped out. Maybe 3 hours before all of the town is at least somewhat underwater.
All right.
Is the town even worth saving at this point? Can we save the town?
The guy that you were talking to said he was not sure if you could save the structures. He was mostly trying to get help saving the people, and getting people evacuated out of their homes and out of their places of business, and trying to stem the waters as much as possible so people could get away. There was one piece of information I meant to include in that, what Mango saw. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
I didn't include it originally because I needed to see what the perception check was.
No. All right. Any way to tell alignment?
Give me a sense motive check from Mango. And give me another perception check. Ooh.
The quiet.
Sorry.
Bum, bum, bum.
Shall I fancy our party with a song?
Please.
Skipper
So yeah, I mean, Gus is still walking along with y'all. Y'all are still, as of right now, walking towards the town. He's gotten a little bit glassy-eyed as he's communing with Mango, but I don't know. Has Gus shared any of the information he's been able to get from Mango with the party, or is the party just proceeding along?
No, I have.
Okay.
Why don't we use this spare time to inquire into each other's backstories.
Oh, wait. I just got some information. Hold on. Mango's telling me something about a wooden duck.
Uh-oh. Is
Well,
big?
what does that mean? What do you mean a wooden duck?
This hooded figure's carrying a wooden duck.
Oh, no.
Hold on, did Boyan start a fucking cult?
Maybe.
What do you?
Damn it.
This wooden figure is. This wooden duck's hanging underneath the robe, so this figure on our contraption. And
Wait, hold on.
Why is Mango under
why is the wooden duck
robe?
important? Why would you point out that detail?
and it's a half-orc.
What? Oh, no. So,
And he's going after some women and children.
Oh, that's...
Is it killing them?
No, it doesn't appear so, but maybe they need rescuing. I think that our contraption's being used as a makeshift raft of sorts.
So we have
I mean,
like
it
a
was already kind of a makeshift raft, so.
Well,
we
shouldn't,
pranked a guy with a wooden duck once.
shouldn't we go
Good.
save the people who are drowning?
I
I mean,
can't swim.
we ought to go to town and make quick work of this as best we can. I've got a few spells that can probably divert the water temporarily, buy us some time, but it won't be much.
Maybe I could like push the dam back into place.
That's like 6 hours away, you idiot. That's why we're going to town.
Okay.
Wow. Harsh language. Well deserved, though.
You know what I think I love best about our three idiots and a half orc? The group togetherness and supportiveness that the party has.
To be fair, I think that's the first time Gus has called Dell out on being a total dumbass.
I think that's one of the first times that Gus has ever talked to Dell.
I feel like we're the Four Stooges.
Basically, yeah.
I guess
Hold on, we
should
gotta
go on.
save the pigs. Let's go save the pigs.
Is Gus's health correct right now?
What does it say?
It says 17 out of 71. That does not seem correct from what I recall.
No, it's not. When I re-rolled, I got a. It was 17. I didn't add my stuff to it, so hold on, give me a second.
So I was gonna say, I don't remember you taking any damage from the ghost. Pretty sure it was
No,
just Dell.
I didn't take any damage, but I rolled. Okay, there, hold on. There, this should be 67 out of 71.
Okay.
There.
Awesome. Let me get a couple things set up.
I can bring down a wall of earthen material to kind of divert the water away from the town. If there's a route the water can take.
Well, we shall see what we shall see. Okay, let me move you all over to here.
Also, hey, before we start, I bought a box of boxed wine, and the most hilarious thing was written on it. It said, "Once open, stays fresh for up to 30 days."
I don't get it. I don't
Yeah,
drink.
please don't. Ew.
There's no way this sucker's lasting more than 3.
Cool.
One way to find out.
Okay, so as you get into town, passing the now very muddy slog where Boyan and Gwydion's bodies were, at least last you checked, buried. Not sure what the water has done to the situation now. You come into town from the north, and you can see that pretty much everything that's covered in blue has some level of water on the ground rising, with obviously the further distances being deeper and the closer distances being a bit more shallow. As you are looking over towards where the floodwater is, you are ultimately able to see where your barge is, your barge cart, as it were. And you see that it now has a strange-looking woman on it, the hooded half-orc figure that Mango saw, and several school children on it. However, the waters have risen such that it's currently caught up against the side of one of the buildings and is unable to get free. And let me show you. It's right down there.
That fucker's huge.
Hell yeah, it is.
Did pay a lot of money for it. Or, sorry, Gwydion did.
Oh yeah.
It's not to scale. So
I know,
with the
I
map,
know.
to be clear.
You don't have to tell them. I'm just fucking with you.
No, I know.
how
I
far
just wanted to make certain.
Hold on. Would I know if the pigs are okay?
TP's trying to fuck.
What the?
TP cares for the pigs.
I am the Tifi. I speak for the pigs.
You see where the pigs were. They seem to have moved further inland on their pasture. They seem to be all right for the time being, as far as you can tell. You don't really see exactly where they are, but you kind of hear them. They sound like they're just kind of rooting and rutting around.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you can see the cart. It's kind of stuck up against one of the buildings. It's down one of the streets. You're about, from where you're at right now, you're probably about 60 to 100 feet away.
And there's water between. Like, I mean, how much of that is land? Flood water.
So probably about 40 feet is muddy ground. The remainder is probably ankle deep to knee high water, up until you get kind of close to where the barge cart is, and then you're probably getting thigh to waist level.
And can Delroy some kind of check to see if thinks the children are like scared of this half-orc figure more than they would normally of a half-orc?
Yeah, actually, give me a sense motive and a perception check, please.
He doesn't seem to be menacing.
So what you can see is that the half-orc appears with the help of the older, somewhat strange-looking woman, trying to get the cart unstuck from the side of the building, trying to push it off with a pole that apparently he's been using to steer the cart around, but the pressure of the water is preventing him from doing it. The woman appears to be using some kind of magic to try and manipulate the water to help, but she's also somewhat distracted trying to comfort the children who don't seem to be too bothered by the half-orc figure, but obviously look towards her as kind of their guide.
Alright. Del's gonna run/swim over and try and push, like, get his feet pushed on the wall and use his arm to push the cart, try and help.
Give me a strength check and an acrobatics check, please. Okay, that is interesting. All right, let's see what happens here. So Del has a little bit of a delay in getting over to the cart. He stumbles a bit through the mud, and as he's trying to run through the water, it's slowing him down a fair bit. But ultimately, as he kind of gets into some of the deeper water, he gets his footing under him better and is able to push through just by sheer strength of body and determination. As he's about to get close to the barge cart, however, he notices a large ripple move through the water. He's not able to see exactly what it is, until it surfaces by the cart, and he can see a massive snake of some kind. I need everyone to go ahead and roll for initiative.
Damn it. So I'm not by the cart, clear. Is that good?
You're not quite to the cart yet. You're closer than anyone else, though.
Alright. Turtle? Turtleback Ferry.
I had a dog named Turtle once. My brother brought it home because she was thrown out of a car going down the highway, and in that she got brain damage. One of the stupidest fucking dogs you've ever seen, but really sweet, just really dumb. He named it Turtle. I don't know why.
I feel like that's self-explanatory.
I'm so terrible. Wait! Fuck you, TV, what? Oh, okay. I thought you rolled for the turtle, and I'm very... The concept of the turtle has initiative scares me more than I think it should.
The turtle's not supposed to have initiative. Did I click on the turtle? I may have accidentally done that.
No, leave it, it's glorious.
Okay.
That turtle is my favorite character.
And somewhat surprisingly, Della's the first to react. Maybe it's not that surprising under the circumstances. You're currently about 15 feet away from the cart, but moving through the water at this point is going to be difficult terrain.
Okay. Well... Yeah, I mean, with the move action I should be able to get there, and then I guess I'll just look at the snake angrily and then try and push the cart.
Okay. So we'll say you're able to get to here. Go ahead and give me another strength check.
Come on, baby. Oh, fuck you, energy drain.
Unfortunately, you are you kind of get a slight budge out of the cart, but there's a lot of water pressing against it right now, and you can see that it's somewhat caught up under the some of the shutters on the side of the building. Give me a perception and sense motive, please.
Yeah, with pleasure.
Okay. Voldemar.
Alrighty, so, I can't remember, did we have a chance to prep? I'm wondering if I have any of my extracts.
Yes, so you rested, and then you went and fought the Spectre, and...
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you would have prepped before fighting the Spectre. I think the only extract you used was you gave Tifi a shield extract.
Yep, which was not used, I believe.
No, it was not.
Because the fight was over. Okay, I'm gonna hand Tifi an enlarged person extract, and I'm just gonna say, see if you can throw me to the raft.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
with that, I don't know if this can work as a trigger action. If Tifi moves, I'm going to follow Tifi.
Okay, I'll allow that as a trigger action.
Because I don't know where Tifi's going, and I don't want to just guess.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I can get behind that.
Well, I'm going to
Gustavus.
get behind Tifi.
Alright, so... how high is the water right now?
Depends on where you're talking about. Over by the cart, it's about thigh to waist level, depending on your given height. Approaching the cart a little bit out, a ways out from it, it's about knee height to ankle height, and then on the other side of this white line across the map, it's just muddy, watery ground that doesn't rise much above your foot.
Alright, So, how far is it from where we are to the cart again?
It's about 80 feet, though. Like the last 20 feet of it ends up being rough terrain because of the water you have to fight through.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to. I'm going to have Mango fly up and cast Enlarge Person with the wand he carries on Dell.
Okay. Yeah, and Mango would be closer down here anyway because he was kind of in the vicinity of the cart watching it. So he'll be able to move over next to Dell and cast that no problem.
All right, and then so he should have no problem with the water at that point.
Yeah, it should only be about up to his shins, I think. Well, maybe a little bit higher than that.
And then I'm going to cast Floating Disc
Okay.
and jump on it.
How long does that last for? Oh, hours. Okay.
Yeah. And I'll I'll start going towards the thing myself.
How far can it move on a turn?
Shit, I don't know. I've never ridden it.
Let's see here. Hold 100 pounds per caster level. 3 feet above the ground at all times. Okay.
I'm hoping that it uses the water as ground level for its floating capability.
Uh...
To me, that would make sense, but GM, go ahead and decide.
I'll decide if it becomes an issue. Right now, it should not.
I'm just going to use my move speed, obviously, on it.
Okay, here's the one question I have. Can you actually get on it?
Oh, why wouldn't I be able to?
Oh, never mind. I misread something. Okay, well, say that you're able to move it 30 feet as a move action, mentally directing it. That should be fine.
Okay.
So you'll get to probably about there. Okay. Tifi.
Okay, did I hear Waldemar correctly? He wants me to throw him?
I believe that's what he said. He also gave you
Okay.
an extract of enlarged person.
Okay, I will drink the extract.
Okay.
Start raging.
Okay.
Go ahead, and I'm gonna pick Waldemar up by the belt buckle, and I'm just gonna try and launch him towards the cart.
Oh, shit. You're not even gonna move toward it? You piece of shit.
He can't. Not with all those actions.
Okay.
Well, you didn't need to throw me now.
You said throw me.
Okay. Tifi, what is your current light load capacity?
Light load.
And it'll be adjusted, I think, because of enlarged person slightly.
533.
Okay, and Waldemar, how much do you weigh with gear?
With gear, probably next to fucking nothing, because I have a handy haversack, so...
Ah, right, you are, Ken.
So it's a light load, for sure.
Yeah, no, I knew it was going to be a light load. It was just a question of how light a load. Okay. Tifi, go ahead and give me first a strength check, please. Okay. And I'm assuming Waldemar is not trying to resist this in any way, so there's no need for a combat maneuver, yes?
No.
Okay.
Maybe a gliding maneuver once I hopefully get into the air. It doesn't slam me down neck first into the concrete.
Give me a ranged attack roll, Tifi. Okay. And Voldemar, give me a acrobatics or swim check, your choice.
Definitely not going to be the swim check. Yeah, that's a big ol' fat fucking 0.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So your strength check. That's definitely a solid strength check on the amount that he weighs. Okay. You are able to pick up Waldemar. No problem there. Using your enlarged body, you are able to get enough leverage to actually hurl him a reasonable distance. You managed to hurl him about 60 feet towards the cart. Pretty much, you're trying to avoid throwing him into any buildings, so obviously you're working with the situation that you have. But he's able, as he's coming down, because he's thrown reasonably high as part of this 60-foot arc, to prevent himself from face planting into the water that is not sufficiently deep, and he manages to, through some interesting acrobatic maneuvers and bouncing, glance off the side of one of the buildings, catch the ledge on a window slightly to slow himself, and land with the not comfortable feeling in his knees and ankles, but a lot of the impact is absorbed by the water and mud, and he is about 15 to 20 feet away from the cart and snake at this point.
Fuck yeah.
Wow, that worked out way better than I thought it would.
You had multiple very good rolls. Any one of those could have been very, very bad for Voldemar.
And yet it wasn't. Look at that shit.
Okay. The snake was originally kind of focusing on this lovely little child here, but as it sees the now much larger Dell, and is looking at potentially a very nice meal, it lunges at him. And did I not put in the attacks for this thing? God bless it. This is what happens when I prepare too far in advance but don't actually finish preparing.
You always have to finish, man.
Alright, let's see what we've got here. D20, I'll just... Fuck it, I'll do it live. Alright, so that... Oh, that's a very nice roll. That will hit for... max damage. You're going to take 18 damage. Del.
Okay.
And... Oh. What's your CMD?
Stand by. CMD 28.
Yeah, it manages to bite you and wrap a few of its coils around you, and you are currently grappled with the snake.
Okay. Fuck.
So just yeah, not ideal. Medusa.
What would Medusa like to do? Well, okay, he just got attacked.
Okay.
So you have.
Who's Medusa?
Medusa is our
The
guest for
voice
the
that
evening.
said-
Oh, cool.
Also, like, you could use gust of wind to like try and push it away. You could use control water and try and like get rid of all the water. There's... Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Lower it, obviously.
Yeah.
No, raise it around Dell's face. Kill him. Do it.
Do it, you coward.
Okay. So, damn, that's interesting. Let me see here. Okay. At this point, with the way the waters are, you are able to push the water out from underneath and around the barge, and also Dell and the snake. And so you've got about a decent-sized area that is dry ground, as you kind of have a Red Sea effect at the edges where the water is just kind of forming a wall a few feet high in an area around you. And I'll mark that out here as soon as I can figure out what the F I'm doing again. It's not that large. There you go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, this guy here, the half-orc, yells out in rage as he sees the snake attacking Dell, and now having some ground to stand on, jumps off the cart and runs towards the snake to attack it. But he, in his haste, does not get a good aim at the snake, and his hammer just misses it completely. Dell, you are up.
So I'm grappled by the snake. What I'm wondering is if it's possible for me to like voluntarily go prone and take the snake with me, or what I'd have to do before I could do that to like make the snake prone. Like, is that even possible? You know what I mean? Like, just like fall over, the snake's on me, so.
Huh. In theory, I don't see any reason why you couldn't. If you really wanted to go prone and be, you would get the pinned status. Help me understand what you're trying to accomplish here.
So, okay, I think what I'm kind of trying to do is, like, it's wrapped around me. I'm wondering, so to reverse the grapple, is that a full round action?
I believe so, yes. Let me pull up my handy-dandy grapple chart. So, on your turn, you can, you have to, well, you can attempt to break free or become the controlling grappler as a standard action. So yeah, you can do it as a standard action if you want.
So what I'm wondering is if, as a standard action, I try to reverse the grapple, and then, like, willingly, as a move action, fall prone to take the snake with me. That sound, like, feasible? Like, obviously there's rolls involved, but, like, action economy-wise is possible.
I'm going to say no, because it sounds like what you would essentially be trying to do is grapple the snake and then pin it as well.
Yeah,
also, you're no longer in water right now.
I'm just trying to like get it to be prone, so as to for Waldemar and whoever to hit them.
Yeah, there's not a way in a single turn that you can get it prone. Not when you're currently grappled.
Then I will try to reverse the grapple and just like, if that succeeds, I'll like hold it out so they can shit at it.
Okay.
Actually,
Unfortunately, you are not able to reverse the grapple on the snake, as it just seems to wrap more coils around you and tighten, and that is unfortunately the end of your turn.
okay, that's that.
Waldemar.
Alrighty. Let's see. Is it difficult terrain to move up here?
It'll be difficult terrain for one square, but then it'll get to be normal terrain.
Okay, so that's 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Dell and the snake are grappled. Do I have to move forward to
I'll
hit
say
the
you can
snake?
attack the snake from where you're at, although there may be penalties or consequences if you roll a nat 1, but you can attack them from where you're at.
If I do a lunge, will it improve those chances?
It won't hurt them.
Well, +0 won't hurt them. Okay, I will go ahead and do lunge then,
Okay.
in order to add that range. And then I'm going to study the target. And attack.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you were able to, despite the snake being wrapped around Dell, you're able to stab it through a couple of its coils, and it kind of it still has its teeth sunk into Dell's shoulder, but you can see its eyes glance towards you as it hisses and burbles some blood out of its mouth in response towards your attack.
Kick ass.
Gustavus.
How far away am I from this boat?
You're currently about 40 to 50 feet.
Okay, I want to continue to move forward, move toward it.
Okay.
Just tell Tiffy to throw you.
I'm already on a disc.
Okay. That'll be able to get you to, in a single move action, you'll be able to get to about here.
Alright, cool. Do I see the snake?
Yeah, you can see the snake wrapped around Dell, the enlarged Dell, standing in a patch of open ground while there's walls of water surrounding them.
Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna do a knowledge nature check of the snake. See if I know anything about it.
Okay.
That's going to be. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you know that this is what is known as nightbelly boa. It's about 16 feet long. It's one of the more dangerous predators along this river. It normally doesn't come this close to human settlements, but you surmise that it's probably been displaced by the floodwaters. You know that's got scent abilities. That's fairly perceptive. I mean, it's a snake. There's not too much special about it.
All right. No, I will cast a flame at it,
Okay.
and I'll have Mango. Can I have Mango grease it so it loses its grip on Dell?
Roll grease for me. I need to see what it
Alright.
can specifically target.
It's gonna fucking start an oil fire on top of water. Oh, I guess the water level's low.
Hold on, let me see.
I will say that you're not exactly able to target it directly, but you're targeting the square that it's in.
Because you can target weapons to be greased.
Right,
So
because you
I'm-
can target an object, because you can't necessarily target a creature per se. But I also understand it's not unreasonable. So yeah, I'll say you're able to get some grease on the snake, and it'll have an effect on whether or not it's able to maintain the grapple on Dell. It'll have to make some checks on that.
That's what I'll do.
Okay. Let's see here. As far as the fire, I'm assuming you cast the fire first before the grease?
Oh, yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you weren't setting the grease on fire.
No, I don't dislike Dell.
You're able to just barely, as you're throwing the flame through wind and rain, it's not exactly an easy throw, but you're just able to get some of the flame to hit and take effect on the snake, and it takes a bit of damage from it. And with that, Tiffy, you're up.
I will just move as close as I can. I should be shapeshifted into speed, so my speed should be 30 feet. I'll probably need to take a double move action.
Yeah, with a double move action, since you're enlarged, you'll be able to get there because the water won't impede you as much as it would if you were smaller.
Okay. Do the buildings have any? I don't. I'm just trying to figure out which way.
You're able to get down to here.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That will be it then. If it was a double move.
Okay. Cool. Let's see if the snake can maintain its grip on Dell.
You're a slippery snake.
Oh, it is not. Ah, shit, that sucks. Ah, man. Yeah, shit, it's not able to, maintain its grasp on Dell, and, actually dislodges some of its teeth as Dell wrestles away from it, causing it a couple points of damage. And it kind of rears back and backs away slightly, from the situation in response. Medusa.
Don't say it. Well, first we want to check is control water. Is it a concentration spell? I didn't see, but
No, it's not a concentration spell. It's got 10 minutes per level, but it can be ended as a standard action.
okay. Then she would like to cast rage
Okay.
on which people? You can do it. So it's one creature per 3 levels. So you can do it on up to 3 people, and they can't be more than 30 feet apart.
Which, under our current circumstances, shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Unless you're wanting to cast it on the children. I don't know.
Children aren't just constantly under the effect of rage.
I don't believe she can cast rage on me since I'm already raging.
It won't have an effect. You can cast it, but it just won't affect Tiffy.
You could do Dell, Waldemar, and this guy.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Del, you are now raging. Assuming that you're willing, Del and Valdemar, you're now raging. This guy was not too far from it to begin with, so yeah, that definitely does it for him.
So wait, all of us are raging?
If you want to be, you don't have to if you don't want to. Because it's you have to be willing or not.
Not rage.
Okay. Del?
Yeah, I'm raging.
Cool. So you get a +2 morale bonus to strengthen con, +1 to will saves, and a -2 to AC.
Works for me.
And you won't be fatigued afterwards, which is the lovely thing about that spell. Nice. Okay. Well, let's see what the other half-orc can do. Alright. He's just going to go ahead and try and bash this snake. But he, as you watch him, you can clearly tell he's not much of a fighter. He definitely seems to be somewhat out of his element. Sheer adrenaline is driving him on in this situation. Del, go ahead and give me another perception and sense motive check, please.
I feel like there's so much I'm just missing out on because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, like books.
Okay. And with that, Del, you're up.
Okay. Is this a 5-foot step? Is this map to scale, or?
Yeah, for right now, that'll be a 5-foot step.
Cool.
The underlying map is not to scale, but like where I have you positioned relative to everything else in the combat, that's what matters. The map is more just for
okay.
background.
I don't think Del says anything. He just goes. Blender noise.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, you're able to hit it with your first flail swing, doing a sizable chunk of damage to it. Your follow-up swing, it's able to duck out of the way of and start taking some wavy, hypnotic, snake-like motions. But you're as it's kind of doing that and trying to keep your eyes on it to hypnotize you a bit, you just bring your sword right around up underneath its jaw and stab it right through the head from underneath, and it falls over dead limply on your sword. And you are out of initiative. Well, no, wait, hold on. You're out of combat. I'm going to keep initiative. No, I'm not going to. Never mind.
This fucking turtle's gonna kill us.
Is it possible? Well, is it possible I could direct the remaining attacks to the building that they caught on?
The cart is no longer caught. It is on the ground because there's no longer water underneath it. So for now, it's just on the ground in cart form.
I believe control water, there has to be at least an inch of water left.
Okay.
But
Fair enough, but that's not going to impede it from being in cart form. So it's on its wheels now, whereas before it was just kind of floating.
Does this half-orc look like me?
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
Not you. Never you.
Okay, who's doing what, where, when? I had several people talking there, and I didn't catch everything.
I'm gonna check how that everybody on the cart is okay.
Okay. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to the kids? Are you talking to Medusa? Are you talking to the half-orc?
To the room. Just everybody right there.
Okay. The kids give kind of chattering chirrups of, kind of acknowledgement. Some of the boys were pretty excited about the giant snake until they saw it bite Dell. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
The half-orc is, at the moment, still kind of coming down off of his rage. And, everyone seems to be okay.
Alright. So nobody here seems evil either, like everybody responding to that question the way they should be if they were on a raft running from a snake?
Go ahead and give me a perception and sense motive, please.
Alrighty. Perception. If I click that right. Sense motive.
Yeah, well, you're consistent at least.
Damn right.
Everyone seems to be... I mean, the children seem to be normal towns-children. The woman appears to be, now that you're closer to her, appears to be her teacher, although clearly she has talents more so than most average school teachers in a small town like this. The half-orc seems to be some kind of merchant / artisan or something. You're not certain if he's from around here or not. He seems he seems to stand out a little bit. His clothes are a bit finer. He doesn't carry himself quite in the same way that the more rustic townsfolk do.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
can I pick up the snake by the tail, swing it around like a whip, and just launch it back into the sea?
Give me a ranged attack throw, or a ranged attack roll. Yeah, you're able to kind of fling it out a little bit of a ways into the water, and its corpse kind of floats along down, carried by the surging waters.
Bill
Okay,
says,
can I hold on? I want to do an appraisal check on the scales of that snake.
Okay. You think they generally would not be worth very much to most people, maybe a rare collector or something like that, but on
Then
average,
Then
it's
I
not
don't.
going to be an issue.
half-orc guy. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right here. How are you doing? You were the one who got bit by a snake. Here, let me check your shoulder. You all right? Damn, you got big.
Yeah, it happens when I get excited.
Apparently so. I mean, look at you. Just look at you. And he kind of stands back and pats you on the shoulder or on the elbow from where he's standing now. Damn, man, you grew up right. How you been?
Good. Do I know you?
What? What, you telling me you don't recognize your own older brother? It's me. It's Dig.
Oh, I wish he was about to say Mario.
It's DiGiorno. How do you not recognize me, Del?
I'm sorry, I thought you were delivery.
No, you're Del. I'm Dig.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dig. What have you been up to, pal?
Wait, did you lose your mind or something? You lose your memory? Come here, is that how you greet your brother? He tries to give you a hug from, like, somewhat above waist height because you're giant right now.
I will hug him, but I also, like, grab my bag just to feel safe.
I gotta tell ya, he pulls away from the hug, and he's like, I gotta tell you, I never thought I'd ever see yous again. I'd always hoped I'd see my little baby brother after I lost him in the woods. He reaches under his cloak and he pulls out the wooden duck, and it's got wheels for its legs with little flaps of leather, and it's got a piece of cord that's obviously frayed and very old hanging from it. And he's like, this was your favorite toy, don't you remember? It was all we could find left of you, and I kept it with me ever since then, because all I could think about is how you get lost in the woods and you lose your favorite duck, and you're out there alone with it. And he's kind of getting a little bit choked up at this point. And he's like, I didn't ever think I would see you again. Well, then there's these stories coming out of Sandpoint or whatevers, and they're talking about these heroes, and I'm like, all right, it's great, it's everything. But then, I start hearing rumors about how where these heroes have been, wooden ducks show up. I'm like, it's talking about a half-orc who's liking wooden ducks. Maybe it's my little brother. So I hired this mook over here. Great job, by the way. I got my payment for you. He gestures to Waldemar and his associate
no problem.
to kind of make sure you're who you says you is, or who the people says you is. And he sends me a message, and I come up here, and you're getting attacked by a snake and turning giant, and you don't recognize your own brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Del says
Hold on.
for exactly 2.5 minutes.
Add that. Gus wants to sense motive.
You think that this guy is telling the truth? Del, you're sitting down at this point?
Okay.
Or no, you said you were sitting down?
No, he says for 2.5.
I still didn't catch it. I heard 2.5 minutes, but I'm not clear on what that's referring to.
He says like
Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Dig's gonna look over to Voldemar and be like, "Is he all right? Because I'm a little bit concerned here that my beautiful baby brother might be suffering from some kind of brain injury or whatever's."
Yes, well, I believe the adventuring life may have taken a toll, but he was this way when I found him.
Okay, I'm gonna slap Del in the back of the head and be like, "You never said you had a brother. You guys are just as ugly as each other."
Hey, I like this guy. He's got the right kind of sense of humor. You been taking care of my baby brother?
Oh, he's been taking care of himself.
Yeah, it sounds like him. Oh, I don't know how he got ever lost in the woods. Whatever happened to you?
Oh, I fell into a hole. And then, a bunch of elves with, like, they were black showed up.
Oh, those dirty drow bastards. Is that what it was?
Sounds right.
You know,
Anyway.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's probably best that our mother and father ain't around to hear that. It would have broken our mother's heart to hear that her baby boy Dell was spending all that time getting captured by drow. We just figured you were lost and maybe, I don't know, eaten by something. It wasn't the best idea, but it was better than them fucking bastards getting a hold of you. At this point, I need everyone to go ahead and give me a perception check.
I
have a
just
feeling-
want to say that I think this is the best character since Lieutenant Hero. Like, easily. Like,
And give me one for Mango, please. And Valdemar.
Wait, does Turtle get one?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I gotta pull Turtle sheet.
What's Turtle gonna do if he perceives something?
Okay, so everyone except for Dell and Turtle, perhaps obviously,
they're the two slow ones.
well, I mean, Dell's dealing with something of an emotional shock here. You, as you're looking at Dig here, talking and carrying on about Dell, over in the water towards this way, you see what looks to be a huge black tree being swept down river on a collision course towards this building down here. Moments before the tree is going to hit that building, it submerges. You all have the opportunity to take one standard action and one movement action at this point.
Wait, the tree submerged?
Hey,
What you saw disappeared underwater.
who all saw it?
Everyone except for Dell and Turtle. So
Can you re-show like where it is and like?
it was there. It's right about here when it submerges.
It just goes under. The tree goes under.
It's being carried along by the water. It looks like it's on a collision course for the building, and it submerges underwater. You can no longer see it.
Okay.
Are we sure that was a tree?
I'm gonna get on the raft.
I will hold on just a second. Hold on. I'll whisper this to Tifi because Medusa did roll a nat 20 there.
Nat 20 usually means really good. So.
Okay.
So yeah, everyone can take a move action and a standard action if they would care to.
All right. Do we know what this building is here in town?
Give me a either knowledge local or knowledge religion check. Let's see here. Yeah, you're not entirely certain because you've not spent a lot of time in town, but given some of the iconography on the side of the building, you think that this is a church to Erastil. It's certainly the largest building in town. It also appears like it serves political and societal purposes beyond its religious function.
All right. What do I know about a Rastal?
With that check, you would know that he is a god of the hunt, a god of harvest. He tends to be fairly popular in rural communities. He's got some association with nature. He's known as Old Deadeye, Stag God.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's a hunting and hearth kind of god.
All right. And is this is our raft thing? Has it been wedged free yet?
It's standing free on its wheels right now, so yeah, you would be able to either push or pull it and steer it, or if you wanted to try and activate its mechanism, you could try and do that so long as it's still on its wheels.
I'll move towards it and activate it with my knowledge of it, since apparently I was the one that helped get it off the ground.
Okay, I'll go ahead and put you there. Give me a knowledge engineering check, please. Okay. You're able to figure out how to turn the knobs and valves, and your past study of it tells you that you need to light a couple of pilot flames in a couple of areas and direct them to some fuel reserves that are built into the machine to provide the steam power for the cart. So that will be Gustavus's move and standard action. Tiffy, what would you like to do?
Tiffy would like to get as close as possible to... I mean, Tiffy's going to try and like get in front of it and protect it. She'd try and like
in front of the cart?
Stop. Not in front of the cart, but in front, like as close to the building as she can to try and intercept the tree.
Okay, fair enough. We'll say from where you're at, you're able to get to here. Does that work?
Okay. Yeah, would I be able to ready an attack action, or would that be too much?
That's probably going to require... So, again, this is not entirely to scale. Where the battle took place is actually further from the building than what it looks like on the map right now. So it would probably take you a double move action to get down there.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Del, you're still kind of stunned and haven't realized what's going on. What would Medusa like to do?
Sounds like a dumb thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I actually saw, I didn't see a tree, I actually saw the slimy hide of a massive creature.
I didn't catch any of that.
She saw the, she didn't see a tree. She saw the slimy hide of a massive creature. That's what it looked like to her.
Oh shit.
Tiffy's gonna look very panicked when she hears that.
Would Medusa like to do anything else, or just stay on the cart right now?
You can move, because speaking is generally like free. You can just do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where? Okay. That's fine. Do you want to... You can move, like, probably, like, behind me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Would that be... Would she be able to do that?
So you're still enlarged right now, so you're able to move through the water. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for her if she's in the water. Can she move the control water with her?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so she could definitely move down towards... Whoops, there's Turtle. I was wondering where he was. Move down towards this way. If she starts moving into the water, it's going to get a little bit more difficult, but she can get, down to here-ish.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Cool.
In response to all this shit happening, is there any way Del could like move over like that just in front of Dig, or?
Give me either a CMB or a strength check, please.
Bam. Fuck. All right.
You know what?
So Dig was not necessarily paying super close attention either. He's kind of more just distracted with the circumstances of refinding you. So you're able to kind of drag him behind you as you see Tifi running down the road towards what appears to be danger. Voldemar, what would you like to do?
Sorry. Before
I believe I already said I was going to jump on the cart.
Okay.
I'm going to encourage Dig to get on the cart.
Okay. And after having been kind of thrust aside by Dig's gonna realize what's going on, and he will climb up on the back of the cart with you. And at this point, you see something rise out of the water as the floodwaters surge around, and I'm gonna need everyone to roll for initiative.
What the fuck?
I think that's probably the least surprising thing that happened there. I don't know why you were shocked about that.
Because it looks like a lizard fucked an octopus.
Trust me, the book art is even worse. Not sure if that's any comfort.
No, not at all.
Ah, love of God.
Is this? Well, I guess last. Seeing as I'm so low on the initiative, I'm gonna go grab some water real quick.
Okay. I need to make sure that I know what I'm doing here with this. Dang it. Okay. Okay. Let's get this underway. Gustavus, you are the first to act.
Alright, after setting free this thing, do I notice this monstrous thing over here?
Give me a perception check, because you were kind of preoccupied getting the barge cart running.
Hold on a second, let me do that real quick. Perception?
Yes, please. Yeah, the surging of the water kind of creates a sucking, roaring sound that you're able to hear, and you kind of turn around and see this monstrosity rising up out of the water. This thing is gargantuan, just FYI, in terms of size. It may not seem super big next to Tifi right now, but yeah, it's pretty massive.
I want to see if I know what it is.
You have no idea.
Wow. Okay.
It is not something natural. You're fairly certain of that.
Okay, that. It's by Tifi?
Yeah, pretty much. So, here, I'm going to make this a little bit clearer where everything is relative to each other. Don't have a good way of doing this, unfortunately. There we go. So you're there. A bit further away from where it is, back up the street.
Alright, Mango's going to cast a large person on Tifi.
think Tifi's still under the effects of the last one, or how many rounds does that last for? Do
Oh,
what?
shit.
How long does it last?
It depends on the caster level, right?
I think Waldemar's
I'm
checking.
caster level 8.
You should be caster level 9.
No, I'm 8. Because I multi-classed.
Oh, that's right. Forgot.
8 minutes.
Okay, that's why I needed to know whether it was in minutes or rounds. No, she still has about 3 minutes of enlarged person remaining right now, so she's already enlarged.
Well, and then he'll wait again, and throw some grease out, like in the waters around this beast.
Okay. The water is kind of rushing around, so the grease is getting somewhat swept away and or diluted by the rushing water, but you're able to create some grease in the area for the time being.
That's fine. And guess slow on this beast.
Okay. Give me a caster level check, please.
How do you do that?
It should be D20 plus 9, I believe. It should be on your sheet. I just don't know off the top of my head where. Okay. The spell does not appear to take effect as you cast it towards the creature.
Where is it?
Do what?
Is that caster level? Oh, that's the caster level check.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out where. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're cool.
Glad I knew that.
Alright, Medusa.
What would you like to do?
I'll do Glitter Dust.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a caster level check as well. Okay. The glitter dust flies towards the creature, and as it starts to settle on its hide, you see kind of sparks flying off of it, as though the creature is somehow repelling the magic.
Could she do a spellcraft check to see why? Would
Sure.
that be spellcraft? Would that be something else?
Spellcraft would do it in this instance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a hugely uncommon effect. You think that this creature has a certain amount of spell resistance, which just means that you have to beat it in terms of power in order for your spell to take effect.
Unless you wanted to move. Did you want to move anywhere? Okay, that's it for her.
Okay. Voldemar.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Gus and say, Gus, you need to start this thing. We gotta get these kids fucking out of here.
I already started it, motherfucker.
Oh, shit. Alright, well, let's get it back on land.
Language.
Oh, sorry. Are there kids around?
There are kids on the cart, so
Who we're trying to
What I was
save.
referring to, yeah.
Trying to save these fucking kids, Gus. These shit-eating kids. And then... Let's see, I guess if this is still dry... Ah, shit, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try and move one of these kids over to get in the back so that I can stand on the edge.
yeah, you'll get them to shuffle out of the way for you.
Yeah, shuffle, motherfuckers, shuffle. Come on, I don't got all day. Alright, and I'm just going to ready an attack with lunge if it gets close. I don't think it's going to, but I will protect these kids. And that will be my turn.
Dig now catches sight of the creature and is like, "Dear gods in heaven, what is that? We gotta get these kids out of here. Hey, buddy, what are you doing?" This is no time to be cooking food.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, God, I can't do that voice for too long. That'll be his turn. Okay. The creature gets its turn now. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this is not going to be good. It's going to go ahead and move inland towards now where Tifi is. So even though it looks like it was right on top of Tifi, it was not quite there yet. So it's going to be about there.
How is it right next to me at this point?
Yeah, at this point it would kind of come up right, pretty close to you.
Would it have moved into? Would it have moved through one of my threatened squares?
Technically, no, because it has reach as well.
Okay.
It's. I know the map is a little wonky in this situation. I'm trying to get it to a place where y'all are just relatively correct to each other.
Right. That's just why I was wondering, because I knew the map was funky.
Yeah. And it's going to attempt to bite Tifi after moving. Okay. That's gonna hit for 22 points of damage, and let me see here. Make sure I've got the correct stats on this. Oh shit, I did not. That's even worse. You're gonna take 2 levels of energy drain.
Oh, it's funny because it's sad.
It was nice knowing you guys. I'm probably gonna die here.
With that, Tifi, you're up.
TP's pissed. Nobody bites her except maybe Del sometimes.
Sometimes.
TP's just going to go ahead and just bash this guy in the face.
Okay, yeah, you are able to slash at one of its tentacles, chopping it off and doing a substantial amount of damage. The creature yells out in pain as it reacts to that.
Okay, that was it.
Del.
So if Del runs, how far could he get? So,
If Del runs, I will say, relative to where y'all are at, he could probably get to here. Yeah, I'll say there.
and with reach, I'd be in range, right? Next round, obviously.
Yeah, you'd be able to hit it next round. You're also within its reach at this point.
Yeah, but that's cool. Okay, works for me. They'll just like scream.
Okay. God damn it, Hop, stop. Gustavus, what would you like to do?
Yeah. So, he's in the water, right?
There's water around the creature, yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and summon
Summon a what now?
a shark
A shark?
behind him.
Okay.
I'm
Wait, hold
gonna
on.
be honest. I don't feel like this thing fears sharks.
How big a shark is it? I need to get the stat block for this.
Some sort of nurse shark, probably.
Summon monster. 3. Come on, load up, load
Well,
up.
you know what? I scratched that. Electric eel.
Electric eel.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with electric eel.
Small. A small eel.
No.
What's up? Yeah.
Like the last time she did it, I almost
Okay.
She's just so sweet. I want to give her.
It's a shitty eel, but it's the only one I have available at the moment.
No, eels are great.
You have... well, you will summon an eel, because I think it actually takes a full round to summon it.
That's it.
Yeah. It's a 1-round cast time. Okay. Anything for Mango?
Let's see what he's got on his list. Yeah. He's gonna enlarge person the eel.
It's got to be a humanoid creature.
Okay. Then he will not.
Sorry. It's enlarged person for a reason, unfortunately.
No, I know. Well, I gotta go deal with an 18-month-old. I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll just assume Mango is keeping watch. Medusa, what would you care to do?
Cure serious wounds.
So I'd like to cure serious wounds for Kiwi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here.
It is it is touch.
But she can use Turtle to do that, yes?
She should be able to cast her familiar, yes.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and say, Turtle, give me a stealth roll.
Turtle, give me a stealth roll.
Because Turtle can submerge underneath the water and use that to its advantage.
Nobody would even think
Very nice.
a turtle would attack him.
I kind of like the name Turtle.
Okay. So yeah, Turtle is able to submerge beneath the water and get close enough to Tifi to go ahead and apply the Cure Serious Wounds. Go ahead and give me 3d8 plus 9, I believe is what it is. I think it's 3d8. Let me double check
is.
that. Okay.
Yeah, I just double checked.
There you go. 21 points of healing, not too shabby. Alright, would Medusa like to move anywhere, or is she good where she's at?
You want to move back? Okay. Yeah, move back. Probably, I believe her speed's 30 feet, so probably the full 30.
Okay. Go ahead and get her all the way back over to here. Alrighty. Voldemar.
Alright, is this thing moving yet? Or has Gus just totally fucked up the plan?
Gus has started the engine, but he's not shifted it into gear. Instead, you see him at the back of the cart gesticulating and clearly gathering energy for a spell.
Okay, this isn't fucking happening then. Kids, just get off the cart. This is still dry, right?
That area is dry within the pink square, yes.
Okay, cool. Well, we can get it over the shore, like, right here. So, come on, kids. Fucking, let's go.
Okay. Let me do this real quick for...
There's some kids in the move.
At your prompting, DiGiorno kind of gets the idea of what's going on. He sees the... Why am I not finding what I'm looking for? There we go. Stupid thing wasn't rolling properly. He sees the engine that Gustavus was working on. Now he sees that it's not a cooking fire. It is an engine of some kind. And with a little bit of study, he's able to realize that, oh, this has some kind of mechanical function. And he manages to fiddle about with it enough that he's able to get it into gear and start steering it towards where Waldemar is.
Why do I try anything? Why do I do anything? Why? I just want to save these fucking kids.
You succeeded! You prompted him into action!
Good. Just why? Just
I thought you'd be happy.
yeah, but no.
I'm really glad we spent 24,000 gold on a fucking school bus.
To be fair, that was never a we decision. So
We could just start calling Gwydion Miss Frizzle. All right. The creature at this point is kind of pissed off, and you can see Del and Tifi. It rises up and swells up before unleashing a sickly green cloud towards both of you. I'm gonna need both of you to give me a will save, please.
No, fuck.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Jesus, Tifi. Oh, man. Oh, that's... Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
well, I see why we introduced Medusa.
Maybe I'll just play Medusa after I die.
Oh, God, this is gonna be so bad. Okay,
Is this what they were saying?
When you die in the game, you die in real life. That is true.
Thankfully, there's not an actual rule on a crit fail for a will save, so there's not much I'm going to do here. I'm not going to treat it like the same as if the creature had nat 20, which is the only thing saving Tifi's life right now. Tifi and Del, you each need to take 4 wisdom damage.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Did Tifi already have wisdom damage? Or drain?
She had drain.
Oh, shit. How much is Tifi's wisdom? Is that the one that's 5?
No, that's charisma.
Okay, thank God.
No, my wisdom is not looking good. My wisdom's also at 5 now.
Okay.
Does this damage under like a temp? Or
Yeah,
ability score?
it's a temp. If you have both, you want to try and keep track of them separately if possible. Usually in your notes, because drain
Alright.
lasts longer than damage.
4 you
I
said,
did,
right?
guys. I
Yeah,
almost
4
forgot.
damage, 4 wisdom damage, and I hate to do this to y'all again because this was so unpleasant last time. But you're both going to be confused for 4 rounds.
God damn
When
it!
the fuck did you guys decide? Oh, there's fucking Cthulhu. Let's attack it on foot.
Whose dream is it to not kill Cthulhu? Like, everybody wants to kill Cthulhu. How awesome would that be?
Yeah. Do you know why it's a fucking dream though?
I mean, I don't know if Tifi would. She's kind of not the brightest.
On that note, Tifi, you are up. Go ahead and give me a D100, please. Okay, cool. Give me a 1d8, please.
Now you see 77 baby Cthulhus.
I'm just really praying that this eel puts in work.
Okay, cool. You are able to attack the nearest creature, which in this instance is going to be the monster.
Cool. Am I still able to, like, choose which attack I'm doing?
Let me double check one thing real quick. I will say yes, you are able to, for example, use Vital Strike.
Perfect. And we haven't done much damage to it at all. I'm just gonna smash it.
You swing your ogre hook at it, at the writhing mass of tentacles that it is, but as you think you're cutting through it, you just see all of the tentacles moving out of the way around your hook.
Damn it, that was a lot of damage too.
Yeah. Del, give me a D100. Come on, roll low, dude. Oh.
I don't like it.
Crit
Like a bit.
100.
Go ahead and roll me a 1d8 plus your strength mod.
A 1D what, sorry?
1d8 plus your strength mod.
Strength's really high right now. Let me just check what strength is. Okay. Oh, no!
You're going to take 12 points of damage.
Yeah. Del hurt himself in his confusion.
Yep. Gustavus, are you back with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so just to catch you up to speed, Valdemar jumped off the cart trying to encourage the children to get away because the cart wasn't moving yet. With that kind of prompting, DiGiorno realized that the cart could move on its own and studied the engine and managed to get enough figured out to shift it into gear so that it moved along and took you towards the shore where the water is not high enough to cause the cart to float. The creature breathed out a large cloud of gas towards Tiffy and Dell, and they are both not seeming to act normal as a result.
I want to get the cart moving along to safety.
Okay, it's on the shoreline now, so you can go ahead and it should be able to move without too much issue.
All right, I'll just move just inside. Obviously, still on my disc, just to get a little closer. I want to have the eel attack.
Okay.
It's going to be a +3. Oh, eel does not attack.
Yeah, the eel somehow manages to swallow air as it's trying to bite and chokes on it and takes a point of damage.
All right, it is fucking amazing.
Oh no, the eel didn't work. Who would've
Is
thought?
Gus
No.
doing anything else on his turn?
Yeah. So, Gus will go ahead and that's going to be interesting. You know what? Screw it. Well, black tentacles, the beast and everything behind it, just basically encompassing the beast, but leaving Tiffy and Dell out of the area of effect.
Okay. Let me see what I can do for that.
Fuck the eel if it happens.
I mean, it'll almost certainly happen.
Sure.
Whoops.
Fuck the eel anyways. Who gives a shit about that goddamn eel?
I mean, it was mainly there to provide flanking bonus. I hope you used it.
Sure didn't.
Oh my god. Getting very Lovecraft.
There we go. Okay, let's see here. Go ahead and roll a save for the eel.
Why
What
bother?
kind of save? Reflex?
I believe so. Hold on. I need to
Yeah, it's
pull up the
reflex,
actual
yeah.
text. Oh no, there's no saving throw. It's got to make the the tentacles have to make the CMB. So the CMB is going to be 9 plus 4 plus 5, so should be 14. So D20 plus 14, please.
RD. Wait, D20 plus 14?
Yeah.
Woo!
Holy fuck. Okay. Let me see. I've never had something like that before. I'm gonna say that you succeed on both the eel and the creature remarkably, because that was basically all but impossible. So do you do damage when you initially succeed? Yeah. So give me a 1d6 plus 4. Okay. 8 points of damage to the eel and 8 points of damage to the creature.
No, not the eel, no.
Shut up, man.
Okay.
Is it alive?
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Let me check something. Okay, I figured that was the case. Just wanted to double check.
All right.
Let me make sure there's no other... Yeah.
Before I go, I want to do. Oh no, I can't do that. Never mind.
Medusa.
Question, because I don't know the ruling on this either. Break enchantment, would that work on confusion?
Let me take a look at the spell. Okay, give me a spellcraft check, Medusa. Okay, that's pretty good. Given what you saw, you don't think that this is an enchantment or a transmutation or a curse. You think this is some kind of mind-affecting poison. So you don't think break enchantment would be effective.
Can she deliver hexes through her turtle as well? Or is that only spells?
I want to say you can do hexes as well, but let me check real quick. Yeah, you can do hexes.
Okay. Okay, first, she'll use the turtle to deliver healing hex on me.
Okay. So that'll be 2d8 plus 9. Nice.
I think I've gotten more healing from Medusa than I did from that rest.
Possibly. Does Turtle want to move anywhere?
Probably move him to Dell. Okay. Move closer to Dell.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Turtle's good at this, I swear.
Okay. We'll say Turtle's able to do... There we go. Okay. Voldemar.
Okay, well, I am going to hop on top of this cart.
On the cart, off the cart, on the cart.
Yeah, I know, that seems to be how it's fucking going. I feel no reason to play hero against fucking Cthulhu monster. So I'm just gonna ride the fuck out with these kids. I'm gonna take the Children Express right on out of there.
Okay. DiGiorno is going to go ahead and continue steering the cart up towards this way, away from the creature.
Did you pull these dumbass names from Dell's backstory?
I cannot answer that question at the moment.
I'm just going to assume that that's the truth.
We'll address that later.
A backstory, though.
Okay, on the creature's turn, because it's grappled, I think the only thing it can do is try and break the grapple. Let me see. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and say creature needs to make a check, but we'll see whether this really is going to be... Are you fucking kidding me? Creature's still grappled. Its turn ends. Tifi, give me a D100. Go ahead and roll a 1d8 plus your strength mod.
God damn it. My strength on like 10? Yeah.
Oh, you know, minimum damage. Take 11.
Would damage reduction apply?
I'll say yes.
Okay. I'm just like not sure because that's weird.
No, it would. Dell,
Okay.
give me a D100, please. Oh, there you go. Go ahead and give me a D8 plus 10. Or plus your strength mod. Another 12 damage. Shit, dude. Okay, I need to check something real quick. Okay, so we're back around to Gustavus. The tentacles need to make another CMB check, 14 plus 20, to see if they can maintain the grapple.
Alright.
Okay, the eel is still grappled. However, the creature is not.
It has to make a grapple check each time?
Yeah. I mean, that's the same if you're doing a standard grapple. You have to maintain the grapple.
I got you.
Okay, Gustavus, go ahead and roll me a... go ahead and roll d6 plus 4. Okay, it's another 8 points of damage to the eel. It's pretty close to death. And it's your turn.
Alright. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can ignite the oil slick around it.
Okay. At this point, the between the tentacles, the rain, which is still coming down somewhat, and the surging of the water itself, there's not really much oil left on the water surface in any kind of concentrated area. You're able to see a couple of, as some of small little patches ignite, but nothing nothing contiguous.
All right. And that's what I got for now.
Okay. Medusa.
No.
So I'll use, what's the healing?
Healing X, yeah.
Healing Hex on Del.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a 2d8 plus 9, please. Nice. Del, take 12 points of healing.
Not nice, but sure.
Well, it's the amount of damage he did to himself last round, so he can at least live another round.
Yeah, no, I'm hyped. Dope.
Fair. Fair.
Okay. Anything else? Cool. Voldemar.
Okay. Well, I really don't have a lot that can really be helpful here. I'm gonna get off the cart. I'm gonna come over to Gustavus. I'm just gonna ask him, is there anything I can do?
Okay.
That's it.
DiGiorno's going to continue piloting the cart, and for practical intents and purposes, he's able to make it to... Whoops. He's able to make it to where there is a line of townsfolk that have kind of gathered to watch the spectacle that is this current battle, and they kind of gather around, and he manages to get the cart to stop, and they get the kids off, and there's clearly tearful parents that thought their kids might be dead, that are very grateful to the brave half-orc for rescuing their children in his marvelous mechanical contraption.
Walk away at the wrong time every fucking time.
I don't know what to tell you, dude.
I am cursed. That's all it is.
Okay. At this point, let me see. I need to check what's going to happen here. At this point, the creature manages to extract itself from the black tentacles surrounding it after they loosen their grip, and it's going to submerge beneath the water and disappear. And you are out of initiative.
Kick ass.
Should I roll to see if Del continues himself in the face?
No, that won't be necessary. It's just another 12 seconds. You just kind of stand there stupidly, which is
so nothing
kind
changes.
of yeah.
I would like to go immediately on my deck, as close to the the far north part of town as possible, and see where this water is like flooding into the town.
Okay. So you're trying to go like to the farthest north part of the coast?
Yeah, I want to see where the entry point is.
Well, I mean, the entry point is all along the shoreline, because the water's been just rising as the levels of the water in the river have increased quite dramatically.
So what you're saying is like on the coast side, it's rising, but it's not rising on. So it's flooding into the coast and not into the in like, what is this dotted white line for?
That's the line of where the water level is at. Like beyond that, you've got saturated ground, but it's not any kind of standing water really. Like puddles,
Okay,
yes, but not like.
So to the west, it's flooded. To the east, it's not so flooded.
Correct.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it now. I get it now.
So you're on the banks of a river leading into what is the Clay Bottom Lake, which is down here at the bottom.
Yeah,
And
no,
so
I
you've
get
got
it.
this promontory that's just kind of gotten swallowed up as the river has washed into it. But on that note, it's at this point that you kind of notice the rain has abated somewhat, and the water is still rising a bit, but it's definitely slowed down, and it looks like it's not quite as surging as it was. You think that there will be definitely some notable property damage, but you don't think that the town is going to be washed away in the immediate future.
Cool.
Do
Huzzah.
we know if that creature was the cause of the rain? I don't know what kind of check that would be.
With the current information you have available to you, you do not have any way of knowing.
Okay.
I want to know if I understood that creature after the fact.
It remains alien to you. It should be noted that at this point, as the creature's disappeared and it does not seem to be returning, there's a cheer that comes up from the crowd along what is the current quasi-shoreline, appreciating your success in defending the town from God only knows what the hell that thing was.
That's fucking right. You better cheer louder.
Dashing heroes till the end. You know, it's the humble, level of just kind of je ne sais quoi that really carries this party.
Yeah.
TP's gonna walk up, like, spinning her ogre hook around in a circle, like, just flourishing it. Completely still shape changed to look like a man-bear-pig. And just say, I need a bigger sword.
Okay. Yeah, as you come in from the water and kind of get out of the mud and the muck of it, there are definitely people crowding around you, quite appreciative of your assistance. Medusa gets a lot of warm wishes from the townspeople who knew her as their children's teacher, but did not realize that she was equipped with such capable abilities. DiGiorno also is getting quite a bit of the praise, as he was the one to bring the children back in. But the mayor eventually manages to make his way through the crowd and greet the heroes of the hour.
Who are they?
Being extremely thankful for your assistance in saving the children, in saving the town from the creature, in helping to prevent people from dying in the flood. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So yeah, you've got a town full of very appreciative people. Their appreciation is somewhat cut short as the mayor says, well, as good news as all this is, and I don't mean to undercut the significance of your accomplishments here, we still do have something of a dire problem. This amount of water cannot have just come upon us unexpectedly unless there was something wrong with the Skulls Crossing. I remain hopeful that clearly the dam itself is not broken, or at least entirely broken, but we would certainly be appreciative if skillful adventurers such as yourselves would be able to investigate as to what exactly has happened so that we might be properly prepared for any further unpleasantness in the form of rising water and the like.
I would really like to be prepared for any unpleasantness, as far as being light in my coin purse. That'd
Oh,
be very unpleasant.
give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, come on! That's terrible.
Okay. Yes, well, you understand, of course, that we're not exactly wealthy in this region of the country, though we are certainly not lacking in gratitude for those who can help us. I imagine that we could scrape together a very respectful reward of perhaps 1,000 gold if you could go and investigate for us.
I would actually more appreciate being able to work with us in your stores, your shops. Gold is not necessarily the be all end all. So,
Well, I can certainly appreciate that very practical mentality. Unfortunately, you can understand that we are something of a free market here. I don't have any direct control over any of the local shopkeepers, but I am very trusting in my fellow citizens' sense of gratitude and the fact that you have been instrumental in saving not only several of our buildings from that creature, but also several of their children. I have no doubts that they would be most willing to work with you as reasonably as possible.
Can Del will find Diggs and say, like in a low whisper, "Hey, can you like work your magic on the crowd, make them like us more? Seem like a guy who has a way with words or whatever."
Hey, I can do what I can, but I'm just I'm a humble craftsman merchant. I work mostly out of Magnamar. I ain't really got much commonality with some of these pardon me for saying, but some of these country rubes. They don't know how things work in the big city. You can try and chat them up, but they just they're kind of hot-headed.
Okay, well, thanks for trying.
Hey, but where's that buddy of yours? The guy with the shield and the rapier. He was helping me find you. I need to pay him.
Oh, I think he's dead.
Really?
Oh,
I didn't see him die.
That was actually me in disguise.
Del, I'm right here. I'm right here. I know the rest of the town can't see me, but you've all have met me before.
Hey, there you are. Hey, Valdemar. Thank you so much for finding my little baby brother. You got him to me safely. I at least got to see him. Obviously, I don't want to get in the way. He's his own man now. But just, it would do my mother's heart good if she was still alive. God rest her soul. Knowing that we got to be reunited and I got to kiss my little baby brother on the cheek. And at this point, he kisses Del on each cheek. You made this old half-orc very happy, and you earned every penny. And he hands you a bag of 4,000 gold.
Alrighty. Well, I'll thank you. It was a pleasure to serve you, sir.
Hey, I'm always happy to employ up-and-coming people, and, if you wanted to stick around and keep an eye out for the fella, like I said earlier, I'm a little bit worried about him. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. I'd be very appreciative if you could see a way to keeping an eye out for him.
Well, I'd like to do that, but there's other investigations that'll have to occur. I've got to get back to my work, unfortunately, and it, as you can see by the way this town is paying these people, it doesn't pay very well, so...
I don't have really much to offer right now. This was most of what I had in from my recent shipments. I understand what you're saying, but, if you can't do it, you can't do it. I obviously take care of those who take care of me and mine, like my little baby brother here, so, I'd appreciate it, but you're a businessman, you gotta do what's best for you. I get that.
No, I understand. It's just it would be too much work taking care of your brother who's Well, he just exposes himself to danger so often. It'd be
Yeah, that sounds like my little Dell.
alrighty then. Well, I guess it was a
but
pleasure
Waldy,
meeting all of you, and I
I
guess.
Hold on, I like killing people. Being with Dell lets me kill people.
Waldemar, you know, we can make a lot of money in Magnemar taking down this cult thing. I don't know,
I
like,
don't feel like there's a lot of good money in cult smashing. And while I believe it's good work, probably.
Well, I mean,
Um,
hey, my brother's doing all right here. You told me that he managed to get this cart. Yeah, that thing's got to be worth a pretty penny. I don't know. I mean, he's clearly doing well enough for himself that he's got his own fucking moving cart. Like, clearly the adventuring game is doing him good.
yeah.
You might think about it. I don't know. Investigative work. You don't have a self-moving cart thingamabob. So maybe a change in line of work. It's none of my business. What am I saying? I need to get some food. I'm tired here. He starts moving through the crowd to go and find a pub.
Better order some fucking
Bronx.
I think maybe I'll take my leave. My mission's been accomplished. I've collected my payment. It's been a pleasure meeting all of you, but I think this is where our roads separate.
Wait, you're retiring? All right.
No,
Goodbye.
I've got. Okay, well, goodbye then.
What if we help you in your investigation?
No, like I need to go do other investigations.
Why don't you investigate with us? We're investigating right now, you asshole.
What if I told
Well,
you
I mean, what do you-
that I'm not actually Dell?
Well, I really wouldn't believe you for multiple reasons.
Yeah, so we're investigating
Gotcha.
why all this shit's happening in the first place. There's a lot that happened before you even came aboard. So why don't you just go ahead and use your investigative abilities to help us out here?
Well, okay, but how much will you pay me?
I'm not going to pay you shit, but hopefully we.
How much
are
are you
along
getting
the way.
paid to do your other job?
How much? I mean, I just got paid $4,000 for. I don't
Dollars?
know. About
What's a dollar?
4 weeks. Well, 4,000 gold for about 4 weeks of work. So
To be fair, a portion of that has to be paid to Tifi, assuming you don't renege on any contracts you two had.
well, of course. Let's see, TV. How much did I agree? Was it 20%?
Why don't you do it for pride and accomplishment?
Waldy, I think it was half.
I am 1,000% sure it was not half.
I'm pretty sure it's half.
Hey, a buddy of mine gave me this red dragon scale cloak clasp before he, died horribly. I'll give it to you if you stick around for 2 days.
Oh, okay. This is just getting sad, you guys. Like, I get it, but okay, I'll stick around a little bit longer.
Yay! Does Waldemar wear a cloak?
No,
Do you wear a condom?
no.
Yay! Can Dell try and incite the crowd into a cheer for Waldemar? Like a yay, Waldemar, Waldemar, like.
And only like 3 people cheer.
I don't know why I'm here. Why am I helping you?
Friends, man.
Because you know what? There's nothing really else going on here. You know, this is the mystery of the century. And whether you like it or not, whether it pays or not, like nothing else is going on here because this is so fucked up.
I don't believe that. I feel like this is a lot of trouble.
Gustavus, quit while we're ahead. He said he'd stick around.
It's ton of trouble. But imagine this. After this is all said and done, you'll be Voldemort, the guy who solved the whatever the fuck this is. There'll be a name for it. Like it'll be legendary. Like everybody will, because you're the one who solved this big ass problem.
I don't. I've made a name for myself in other places, but
I've never heard of you.
What do they call you?
okay. Well,
Fine. Get the
Voldemort
fuck
feels
out
like
of
the
here.
definition
Anyway,
of
we're
like
just trying to be nice anyway.
you've got to be the worst investigator I've ever heard of. But you
why
have
would I
heard
be
of
the worst investigator ever? I fucking found your ass.
I mean,
But you have heard of him.
we left the trail a million miles away.
All right,
go
all right.
ahead.
Well, we can figure this out as to whether or not Voldemort is going to be staying on with the party or pursuing greener pastures before next session, and we'll see how that goes and where it goes and what happens. But it is now 10 o'clock, so I think we're gonna have to call it here, fellas.
Voldemort will stay as long as Guy comes back.
Well, I mean, clearly I'm gonna be
not-
around checking in on my little brother Dell as frequently as I can get away from Magnamar. Hey.
That's not Voldemort's request. That's just the request of every sane human being.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. For anyone who's been watching this insanity, stick around. It's only gonna get better from here.
So Twitch, I love you.
Fuck off, Twitch.